Pistons pull off thrilling win against Hawks. What a nail-biter it was for Detroit Pistons fans as the team managed to secure a narrow 99-98 victory over the Atlanta Hawks. This one was not just about the scoreboard. It showcased the resilience and talent of our young core. Jalen Duren was phenomenal, putting up 21 points and grabbing 11 rebounds, proving once again that he is a key player for our future. His presence inside was crucial, especially when we needed those second-chance points. Cade Cunningham also had a standout performance, contributing 18 points along with 8 rebounds, 8 assists, 5 steals, and 3 blocks. It's clear that he's becoming the leader we all hoped he would be. His ability to impact the game on both ends of the floor is something we should all be excited about. Ronald Holland II and Karis LeVert also played vital roles, adding 17 and 14 points, respectively. Each player stepped up when it mattered, and that's the kind of depth that can take us far this season. Comment, "Go Detroit Pistons" in the comments. The first half saw the Pistons dominate the boards, out-rebounding the Hawks 37-20. However, it was surprising that we only led 50-49 at halftime. This shows that while we can control the paint, we still need to work on our offensive execution to convert those rebounds into bigger leads. The third quarter was filled with back-and-forth action, and it was great to see the Pistons ended on a 9-0 run, showcasing our ability to respond under pressure. The final quarter was intense. The Hawks took a brief lead, but Detroit answered back with an impressive 11-0 run. That kind of momentum is vital for building confidence, especially in close games. It was a bit nerve-wracking to see the Hawks tie it at 95 all, but Cade's clutch mid-range jumper reminded us why he's the face of this franchise. Despite some missed free throws that made things a bit too close for comfort, the Pistons showed great poise down the stretch. With the Hawks tying it up again before Alexander Walker's late three-pointer, it's clear that we have to tighten up our defensive rotations in crunch time to avoid these heart-stopping moments in the future. As we look ahead, the chemistry among our young players is evident, and it's exciting to think about what this team can achieve as they grow together. What do you think, Pistons fans? Are you feeling optimistic about the direction of the team? How do you think we can build on this when moving forward? Comment below with your thoughts, and let's hear from fellow fans in Detroit and beyond. What do you think of this Pistons team? Pistons set to bounce back after tough losses. The Detroit Pistons are currently in the midst of a rebuilding phase after experiencing a brief hiccup, losing 2 consecutive games that ended their impressive 13-game winning streak. Still, a recent victory against the Miami Heat has fans thinking positively about the team's future. NBA.com writer John Schumann has placed the Pistons at number 5 in his weekly power rankings, just 1 spot lower than last week. This shows that even with a couple of setbacks, the Pistons are still seen as a formidable force in the league. Schumann noted that while the Pistons stumbled in their games against Boston and Orlando, they managed to pull off a solid win in Miami, albeit nearly squandering a huge 22-point lead in the fourth quarter. It's crucial to acknowledge that these ups and downs are part of the development process, and as fans, we should remain optimistic. What do you think? Can the Pistons maintain their composure and build upon their recent successes? Comment, "Go Detroit Pistons" in the comments. One of the most encouraging aspects of the Pistons game is their dominance in the paint, even in the absence of their standout player Jalen Duren. Their performance against the Heat was one of their best shooting displays of the season, yet they still face challenges from beyond the three-point line. It's worth noting that only the Oklahoma City Thunder currently have a better record than the Pistons in games where they have been outscored from long range. This statistic highlights a key area for improvement. If the Pistons can enhance their outside shooting, they could solidify their status as a genuine contender in the Eastern Conference. Looking ahead, the Pistons are gearing up for an exciting matchup tonight against the Atlanta Hawks at Little Caesars Arena, with the game set to tip off at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Following that, they will face a tough challenge against their Central Division rivals, the Milwaukee Bucks, on Wednesday. Fans should mark their calendars, as the Pistons will also host back-to-back games against the Portland Trail Blazers and the Bucks again on Saturday. As passionate fans of the Detroit Pistons, we have every reason to be hopeful about what lies ahead. How do you see this season shaping up for our team? Share your thoughts in the comments, and let us know your city and your opinion about the Detroit Pistons. Detroit Pistons soar to the top of the Eastern Conference. What a fantastic time to be a Detroit Pistons fan. After 20 thrilling games, our beloved team finds itself at the top of the Eastern Conference with a remarkable record of 16 wins and just 4 losses. This early success has even caught the attention of analysts who predicted a win total of 45.5 for the Pistons back in July. But let's be honest, with the way they are playing, we could be looking at over 60 wins for the first time since the 2005 to 2006 season. Isn't that something to get excited about? Sure, the heartbreaking loss to the Boston Celtics, where Cade Cunningham's missed free throw ended the win streak, was tough to swallow. But let's remember, this is just a minor setback for a team that seems mentally strong and ready to bounce back. And bounce back they did, recently clinching a hard-fought victory against the Miami Heat after a couple of tough losses. How many of you were on the edge of your seat during that game? Comment, "Go Detroit Pistons," below if you were. Cade Cunningham has been vocal about the team's focus this season. He's not one to chase personal records. Instead, he's rallying his teammates around the ultimate goal, the Larry O'Brien Trophy. With the Pistons currently positioned as serious contenders for the conference title, it's clear the players are all in. Looking at the betting odds, the Pistons are sitting at 25-1 odds to win the NBA Finals this year. For those who like to take a chance on their favorite team, placing a bet could yield a significant return. However, it's interesting to note that they sit behind the Cleveland Cavaliers and New York Knicks in the Eastern Conference odds. Is this fair, or does it reflect a lack of respect for our Pistons? Despite being third in the Eastern Conference, only the Oklahoma City Thunder have a better record than the Pistons at this point. The Thunder are making headlines with their potential to break the single-season wins record, but let's not forget that the Pistons are right behind them, showing that they can hold their own against the best. What's especially exciting is how some players are stepping up in unexpected ways. Jalen Duren is making a strong case for the Most Improved Player of the Year award, which should give every Pistons fan a reason to be proud. This team has shown that they don't pay much attention to the critics and are focused on their game. As we move deeper into the season, if the Pistons can maintain their pace, Las Vegas will have no choice but to take them seriously. Do you think this team can keep it up and make a real playoff run? I want to hear from you. Drop your city and your thoughts about the Pistons in the comments below. Let's keep the conversation going and celebrate this incredible journey together.